is poor, he is blind, he will be a paradigm, one of Jesus' greatest finds, there beside the road.
I want to say something really over the top, so prepare yourself for a shock. The Gospel of Mark, in many ways, is really all about Bartimaeus. Bartimaeus is a blind man that we meet in chapter 10. And what I would like to say is that Bartimaeus is the disciple that Jesus has been looking for 3 years. All through the Gospel of Mark, we are encouraged to believe without seeing, to believe before we see. And Bartimaeus is blind, so in one sense, he's perfect. So Jesus comes into town. He's on his way to Jerusalem, comes into Jericho, and as he's leaving, there is this blind beggar. So he's blind, but he's also poor, which makes him a perfect prospect. And he's calling for Jesus, and he's asking for mercy. Again, he's asking for something that he knows he doesn't deserve, which always engages Jesus. In the Gospel of Mark, if you ask for mercy, whether you're part of the program or not, you're going to receive it. So he calls for mercy. The disciples, the people in the crowd, tell him to shut up. But Jesus hears him and says, no, have him come. The next step is that he leaves his cloak, which is the only thing he has. So not only is he blind, but he's willing to leave everything he has. And he comes to Jesus, who asks, what do you want me to do for you? And Bartimaeus says, I want to see. And Jesus heals Bartimaeus, I think, in an interesting way. He simply says, go. He heals him by saying, go. And from that point, after his eyes are opened, Bartimaeus follows Jesus into Jerusalem and to the cross. So Bartimaeus is, I call him the paradigm. He's the person who is happy, willing to ask for what he does not deserve. He's willing to leave everything behind to follow Jesus. And Jesus heals him by saying, I think what he says to us, go.
And